Stadium in Indianapolis. It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 39, Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
It's third down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Oswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance.
That's caught inside the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up second and
he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
2-yard pickup. Brings up.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Dancing to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Vince Williams able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually pretty. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Switzer now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second second down. Connor looking for space. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 7-7, our score after 1.
Time 7-7.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost...
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 67 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Extra point try by Bailey. Got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. Then his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Now, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Back to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal there to make the grab. And the Colts add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line. Good shot.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Switzer now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
He makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Finds his running back, James Conner. Oh, Conner loses it. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Recovered by the defense.
Comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 40 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're
and this throw will be intercepted. And it's a fumble. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
The 2nd down pass.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10 now, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks squaring off against the Los Angeles Rams. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 29.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 5-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
14. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And it's intercepted. Picked up, and the ball is knocked out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
The 1st down pass.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2.
The 12-yard line.
And it's caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Glasgow able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. To the right side to Eric Ebron. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. The other day they told us times when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Steelers' 12-yard line.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. extra point try by Bailey. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Steelers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Well, for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing.
And nothing but daylight ahead. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Bailey now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one officially goes down to the books as a return for a touchdown on the kickoff of 103 yards.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Switzer now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. The Colts are champions of the AFC as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.